Heyo everybody, Haku here with my live reaction for Tower of God Chapter 564, or Season 3, Episode 147. If I look hot and disheveled, it is because I very much am. For those of you, I haven't done an update video or anything. For anybody wondering where videos are this week, my AC has been broken all week, and it is currently like 82 in here. It has been in the 80s all week inside. I've been a little bit worried with it being that hot about like running my computer to do anything sort of strenuous for it, like rendering, but I'm recording this at 9 o'clock as soon as the chapter comes out, and going to be trying to post it directly after this. If you're seeing it a little later, hopefully you're seeing it at all. Hopefully it's fine. I'm just going to attempt to post this as soon as I'm done recording. And so yeah, sorry, that's been kind of the biggest reason I've been a little bit afraid to do certain things. Honestly, I probably could have done a bit more, but another one of the big reasons is with this going on, I've been worried about doing sort of things that are intense on my computer while it's this hot in here, because it's toasty. By the way, I have a fan blowing on me, so sorry if you can hear that at all. But another thing is, I've gotten really into taking notes for future projects. That happens to me a lot, where like I'll start doing research for something or taking notes for something. You know, I've done a lot of big projects in the past, and I'll just get so absorbed in it that it's like, that is really fun, and that's what I want to be doing. So yeah, I've gotten really absorbed into taking notes and doing research for some future stuff. But yeah, tons of other things will be coming. Again, as soon as the AC is fixed, I'll probably go back to like what I said when I did the update video, daily videos. But even now, depending on how well this goes, if this goes well tonight, I might still just be doing my best to attempt the daily videos again after today. But we'll see. We'll see where things go. So yeah, I just wanted to let you all know why I was like, oh yeah, daily videos, and then for a couple days, yeah, and then after those first couple days, it just fell apart. That is why. That is why. So yeah, and because of all that going on, I haven't been able to think about much. I haven't thought about Tower of God. I just was like, oh yeah, okay, time to record. And I see Hema Slime in the thumbnail, and I'm like, oh, cool, Hema Slime. Oh, crap, I just remember Yuri showed up last week. And, like, all of this wave of Tower of God information just washes back over me. So, yeah, as always, I'm excited to read. Sorry for the long intro, but for anybody wondering, hey, where did all the videos disappear to, I just wanted to let you know. So yeah, after today, maybe going back to, like, trying to do daily videos again. But we'll see, we'll see. I just wanted to let you all know what happened. And also explain why, if you can hear the fan in the background, or if I look, like, extra disheveled, that's the deal. Because usually, and now, like, recording, I have these lights on me and everything. It's like, usually I feel kind of toasty sometimes when I record, but today it's, like, extra toasty mode. So yeah, there we go. We have Sigh. This isn't good. I didn't think they'd disappear like that. I've heard that Zahard's princesses can be unpredictable. Okay, we saw this at the end of last chapter. But they're even worse than I imagined. What should we do now? Alright, let's just wait. There's nothing we can do for her at the moment. Besides, someone else might arrive here. Someone else. And it's interesting that Dravi was like, oh yeah, someone else might arrive here. Does that mean like more people in general could potentially be arriving? Or did she specifically know because she's with FUG and because Jinsung was the one who sent out the invite? Did she potentially know that Yuri might be showing up? And also I looked up the characters for her name, and I think the characters are like Duravi, or Durabi rather. So yeah, it's Dravi. And then the gate. Because remember the last few chapters I had been curious. I'm like, am I saying it right? Is it Dravi? Is it Dravi? So yeah, we have Dravi. Alright. So someone's coming through the gate. Hey, you two. Have you seen someone named the 25th bomb around here? And I mentioned it last week, but it's so funny how this Yuri looks so much younger than, like, Hell Train Yuri. Alright. And then Tower of God, Season 3, New Participant 2. Inside Lopobia's battleship, the Hangar. Okay, so we're seeing Kuhn's group then, probably. Okay, so we're bringing in I mentioned before, I was like, I wonder how long it's going to take before we bring in Yuri to the arc. And then she showed up last week. And how long before we bring in Kuhn's group into like the action that's going on. So it's interesting we're bringing, instead of doing one at a time, it's like we're bringing both in. And I wonder what, if any, effect Holland will have on the arc since he's on his like edge boy, people got murdered in front of me phase. Alright, yeah, we have Kuhn's team disembarking. This must be Lopovia's battleship. Phew, that warp fleet sure is fast. One hell of a bumpy ride, though. So how are we going to find Bomb? The battleship looks huge, and they must have security cameras in the hangar, so they probably already know we warped here. I've already thought of that. Most visitors travel to and from this hangar on dugongs. The dugong rider. It's also interesting how Mate is still just stanced up with the pole. He just never leaves that posture. We can just search the dugong travelogue in the control room to find out where they are. Oh, and I already know where the control room is. Really? Why is she so familiar with Lopovia's battleship? Is she just really good at finding things out? Or is there a spy within the Lopovia family? That's interesting, because I mean, we know there was Yule, but Yule was kind of working with the captains, and we don't know if the captains have anything to do with this. Who are you? And we have guards rushing in. And then... Interesting. It's like somewhat machine looking, but also somewhat like sunflower, like floral looking. And their heads are seemingly destroyed from that. Yeah. Interesting. I like the visuals. Let's hurry over to the control room before their bosses hear about this. Sure. What was that just now? Inside the hangar. And we see they're forming like all over the place here. The hall leading to the control room. And they're all bursting. So interesting. We have all these people being taken out. The dugong control room. what a weird string of words. There's only one dugong trip recorded on that day. The destination is the hotel in the center of the battleship that belongs to the family head. The family head. It would sure be interesting to fight him, but we'd die. My main priority right now is the success of this mission, so I'd better be careful not to run into him. Alright, let's go, says Tiara. Okay. And then, again, just Mate stanced up. Come on. She's really dangerous. She killed everyone on the way here without batting an eyelid. This woman. We'll head over to the hotel to get the irregular. Kills people without any remorse at all. Inside the hangar. And we're seeing the dugongs. Training center for young dugongs. This system is a real nuisance. People have no choice but to ride dugongs to get from the hangar to the battleship. Anyone who travels there without a dugong is automatically considered an intruder. So, we'll have to ride dugongs to sneak in there. I understand that, but we're not animas. We can't ride any of these dugongs anyway. You sure are quick to complain, Kuhn. Rack, is he your team's official nitpicker? Haha, that's right. That's exactly what he is. And just so you know, I'm the leader. Thank you for recognizing my authority. Would you both be quiet? My job is to make rational decisions. Rational decisions, huh? I love if Rack and Tiara just end up with this great friendship. That would be amazing. Hey, baby dugong, would you mind rationally taking us to our destination? And then it shakes its head no. I think that's a no. It obviously only obeys trainers. In the case of fully grown dugongs, that's true. They're trained to obey their trainer's orders rather than making their own decisions. What? But that's not the case for baby dugongs. They still have their own judgment. Is she going to kill one of the others to force it? Oh, or all of the others. If their life is in danger, their judgment is activated. That's how we can get them to take us to the battleship. Isn't that right, baby dugong? And then it nods its head yes. A few minutes later, in the air around Lopovia's battleship, We have this Mate riding the dugong panel. That's so good. That's great. A few minutes earlier at the Dugong Training Center. Won't it seem a bit odd for all of us to ride one dugong? Even if we all fit, we'll stand out too much. You shouldn't have killed the rest of them. Oh, there you go again, Mr. Nitpicker. I knew you'd say that. Who are you calling a nitpicker? I've already considered all that. It's too obvious if we all travel together. Is that a pen? So, we'll hide in this book. She's gonna Montdor it? We're gonna hide in a book. That's right. It's quite easy with this book's magic power. Is that book like the Monbarundena? Wow, the Monbarundena being name-dropped for like the first time in forever. Or the White Heavenly Mirror. And the White Heavenly Mirror is still MIA. People, like, say things about that all the time. If you write someone's name here, it gives them the power to enter the book. Alright? The storage note? Okay, let's go. And then... this feels really familiar. No, something's different. What the... And they all get sucked into the storage note. And Mate picks it up. I need your help, Shark Nose. It has a name! Shark Nose, I love it. I love it. Back to the present. And we have Mate riding on Shark Nose. This chapter is great. This is so fun. Alright, sorry, I was just checking the recording. We should almost be there by now. Where's the hotel? Is that it? And wow, that is actually very interesting. Okay, again, we get a couple panels a chapter. Let's bring this panel up. This is interesting. So from the outside, the snakes are like everywhere. I would not have quite expected that. I would have thought maybe like, you know, they're inside. But this shows that the amount of snakes, the sheer mass of it, is huge. Like it's just encircling the entire top of the hotel. That's nuts. That is interesting. Is that it? Let's go, Shark Nose. Shark Nose getting added to the screen time list. Watch out, Shark Nose. Alright. No one from our family would dare to approach this building, and yet you came right up to it. Seeing that you don't know about this hotel, I assume you're not a member of our family. Back off while you still can. Mosquito. And we have Jam, so cool. A rancor? This isn't good. I haven't even sneaked the princess and her group into the hotel yet. I have to get them in there, somehow. And then he just takes off on Shark Nose. There aren't any openings. I don't see a way to get in from the outside. And then we see a place where the snakes are going in. What's that? Snakes. They're crawling through a space in the outer walls. Or are they crawling in through a space in the outer walls? Then, that's the only option. Whoops. And then my hand slipped. Yo, Jam. Holy shit. And he chomps into Mate. And the book slips in within the mass of snakes. And I can't tell if Mate is getting messed up or if he's just gonna, like, he's pretty beefed up if he's just gonna, like, flex out of it. And we're gonna end up with, I would not have at all predicted, Mate versus Jam. Yeah, he knocks him away. What did you do just now? What was that book? So it's like, again, the feats. Jam, not dumb. He noticed. He threw a book into the snakes. Your shoulder is really strong. I told you, my hand slipped. Besides, why would I need a book in a fight? I mean, you are Popadao. Well, that's true, but for some reason, I want to go after that book, Mosquito. I can't let you do that. The central lobby. Huh? Are you here for the marriage tournament or whatever? You look a few centuries too young to get married. What are you doing here? Again, Yuri's sense of time. Who are you? I'm Yuri Zahard. You'd better not tell anyone you saw me here, or I'll kill you. Yuri Zahard, you mean the infamous troublemaker? Hey, who are you calling a troublemaker? Welcome, Princess. I was told that you might be coming. My name is Dravi. I'm a member of FUG. FUG? Again? Yes, Ha Jinsung must have called to ask for help. He was sure that you would come when you heard about the tournament. Damn it, that chain-smoking old man. But don't worry. I think that he... Sorry, I was looking at that panel to see if we could see your face, but we can't. But don't worry. I think he chose the others so that none of them would offend you. And you wouldn't want to lose the real Black March in the Slayer candidate's possession. Okay. So, again, this is confusing. So she has the fake Black March then, and he has the real one, but we haven't seen the real one for some reason. Weird. You wouldn't want to lose the real Black March in the Slayer candidate's possession. It is so odd that Bomb has had the Black March. And yet we still haven't seen it, despite seeing within him so much. That's kind of really disappointing. That just makes the Black March seem really lame. Damn. Black March stock's tanking. What the heck does that man want from me? That's enough. Just take me to Bomb. I need to know what's going on here. Why do you keep asking about the Slayer candidate? Are you interested in marrying him as well? Are you going to compete in the tournament? That's not fair for the rest of us. Compete in the tournament? What are you talking about? I'm not interested in your little competition. But I won't let anyone else take Bomb her face. If I can't have something, neither can you. That's all I came to say. She's scary. Now, enough chit-chat. Hurry up and bring me to Bomb. I'm getting tired of talking to you two. Okay, let's go. I feel like Andrasi's really the only one that would fight her on that. And now we have the book falling into where they are. Behind them. Alright. It hits the ground. Yuri notices. Did the book stop moving? I think we landed somewhere. The storage note. Then a book. This isn't the Popodao family's battleship. Why are there books falling from the air? She just assumes that this is how the Popodao family lives. This seems awfully suspicious. What are you gonna do? Are you gonna keep the book, Princess? No, what if it's some kind of trap? I don't want another nuisance to deal with. Let's just tear it up. And then she starts ripping the book. You're going to tear up a book? Oh my god, is that going to trigger the Popodao? You. Just the ultimate disrespect. Harming a book? Savage! And she jumps out. We have Kun and Rack being thrown out as well. She grabs onto the storage note and does this like X kick around towards Yuri. Huh? And then it looks like she grabs her head with her feet and does a full head scissor into the ground. Rack's face just shocked looking up. What the hell is your problem? Charging at me like that. Really? Just, again, she just blitzed her for threatening to harm a book. Like, no talking it out, no anything. Just immediate, could have killed somebody that wasn't Yuri. Are you gonna cover my insurance? And then, only if you mean life insurance. And that's where we end. That was a really funny chapter. That was really fun. That was really fun. What I take from it, one, Tiara's a mad woman. Absolutely insane. Very, very, very violent and quick to murder people, like Kun was saying, without having any remorse. Second thing I take from it, I love the stuff. I'm excited to see Jam and Mate. That's fun. The stuff with the dugongs and Sharknose was, you know, traumatic when you think about the fact that she just killed a bunch of baby animals, but also very fun. That was funny. I'm excited. I'm excited for... I mentioned this in Discord that I probably spoiled myself on something. So a long while ago, like a month or so ago, I was like really excited for Tower of God and was like, I'm gonna look at Tower of God fan art or like something. And I saw one that was like, I don't know if it was Yuri fighting or facing off with Tiara. And I was like, ah, crap, I think I spoiled myself. I think Yuri and Tiara might face off or fight. And here we are. We've gotten to that point. So it isn't a spoiler to me that they would meet each other. But I'm excited. I'm excited to see like what the context of how they're going to fight is going to be, because it really feels like fighting here is completely not on the menu for Yuri. Yuri does not care. This fight does not align with her goals particularly. I mean, when they find out that they're trying to take Bomb and basically drag him to the Popedao family, then she might care about that. But even then, it's like being dragged to the Lopobia or dragged to the Popedao. What's the difference at this point? So Yuri might have a problem with that. Might have an issue with that, maybe. But generally, she doesn't care. This isn't like Yuri doesn't need to fight Tiara. Whereas in Tiara's case, she doesn't want to be found out before she tries to grab Bomb and get out of there, because if like the big wigs of the Lopobia family or Traumare himself shows up, that's bad news. So she should want to try to, as quietly as possible, grab him and get out of there. So fighting Yuri, who again is like not with the Lopobia, who's a bit of an uninvolved party here, is not really sort of helpful to her either, but she's kind of a mad woman, so she might just fight Yuri anyway for the sake of it, because she tried to harm a book, which is hilarious. Again, I love Yuri being like, books are falling from the sky, what is this, the Popedao battleship? Like, she just imagines that's how they live. It's that was really great. The only thing I don't like is something I don't really care that much about. The fact that Yuri has a fake Black March and Bomb has the real one is kind of disappointing. I mean, we saw Bomb at the end of Last Station have the real Black March absorbed in, but the fact that he's had Black March and hasn't used it is just so disappointing to me. And like, we haven't had him talk internally with the Black March spirit. We haven't seen the Black March spirit when we've been seeing the Red Thrissa and the Blue Thrissa and Leviathan, especially Leviathan, a million times. We just haven't addressed the Black March at all. Bomb hasn't even been using it, like, and again, it's kind of another power that Bomb does not need. Bomb could get away with the Thorn if he wanted to, but he has the Red and Blue Thrissa, the transformation that comes with that, the Shinsu loops and the Orb, and the Zero stuff that he was doing at the beginning, and like, now he has Leviathan. And it's just, Bomb has so many powers that he does not use and, like, narratively does not really need. And I think throwing the Black March on top of that, is it nice to have Bomb have the Black March eventually? Sure. I think it'd be nice for Bomb to have the Black March now, if he used it. I think that's the disappointing thing. Not that Bomb has the Black March. The fact that Bomb has had the Black March this whole time, but he just hasn't used it, when he's like, oh no, how am I gonna fight against freaking Delete? Like, pull out the Black March. He could have pulled out the Black March at any point. That's disappointing. I feel like that is disappointing. The disappointing thing isn't that he has it, it's that he's had it this whole time and just hasn't used it, so Black March has just been missing and useless within the story. It'd be one thing if it was with Yuri and we're like, oh, over the time skip he sent it back to Yuri somehow so that she wouldn't get in trouble, because again, if the real Black March was taken, that would be bad for Yuri. God, man, that's such a bummer. So it's like, okay, you could say he sent it off and it was doing stuff in the story, it was with Yuri, it was just off screen, but now it's like, oh no, we have seen Bomb in the story for this entire time, so it hasn't been doing anything in the story whatsoever. Nothing. And that's a real bummer. That's a real bummer. That's the only thing that I'm not 100% on. But again, that's not really that big a deal, really. I don't know. It's just, that's kind of like a minor thing. But it is a thing that isn't great. But yeah. I guess that's it. I talked about all the things I love. This was a hilarious chapter again. So yeah, I guess that's the end. I'm gonna go ahead and end it. Thank you so much for watching. Like if you did like the video, comment down there to tell me what you thought of this chapter, my first thoughts and reaction. Subscribe for more Tower of God and much more on the channel. Follow on Twitter if you want. If you want a link to the Discord server, it is free and open for anyone. Just ask and I can give you a link to it. And if you would like to help support the channel on Patreon, it's patreon.com/Haku of the Tubes, or a link will be in the description. Or if you'd like to help support the channel by becoming a channel member, you can hit join down below, or super thanks to help support the channel. Any of that would be very much appreciated. And thank you to people who are already patrons, already channel members. Thank you to Chosen Regular Evan Hawley, Magical Girls FR Nono and Huariyun, Cherryton student David Langstaff, and Slayer candidate SG. Thank you all so much. And thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time.